Right, welcome back everyone. Yeah, that's better. Gonna keep it very short in the car today. Reason being, once again, London, this amazing city, doesn't fail to disappoint you when it comes to road diversions. So for me, what usually is a 10-minute trip turned into close to even half an hour. Honestly, it took me forever to get here. And yeah, I took my pre-workout already and I've got legs. And I do not want it to kick in too early because I still need to do some warming up. And yeah, if it kicks in whilst I'm warming up, I'm going to start itching, and that is the worst. So yeah, legs today, no squats because I've mentioned it a couple times. I squat every other leg day. We'll be on a leg press machine instead. And then yeah, apart from that, leg extensions, hamstring curls, adductors and calves, same as always. So no point talking about it. Yeah, let's just get straight to it. Starting off with a leg press. One thing that I need to quickly mention is, you may have noticed on the arm day yesterday when the audio cut out. The reason being, my port where I charge my phone has gone a little bit dodgy. It was like a year ago and I was gone back to that. So sometimes when I plug in the thing that I need for the mic, it might cut out. But green light's on now, so it's fine. But anyway, like I say, leg press time. Gonna go for 3 sets. I've done one already, and the key thing here for me, what I'm focusing on today, is keeping my heels on the thing for the whole time. Because if you have seen any of my leg days before, what I've noticed, what I always do is when I bring the weight all the way back here, I tend to use my toes to push off, and that takes some of the pressure off my glutes and quads, the main areas that this exercise is working, and a little bit more onto my calves and just shins and other stuff like that, and even ankles, to be honest. And yeah, I don't really want that, so I've gone a little bit lighter, and I'm really focusing on these reps to get a really good depth in. So yeah, depth is the focus, and for that reason I've gone a little bit lighter, but regardless, still going to push these sets till failure. I've done one already. I always like to do a slightly lighter one to kick things off, where to be honest, all I've done is slap on 2 5kg plates for this second set, so not too much lighter than what we are at now. But anyway, I'm going to stop talking because it's coming up to 11 and I need to be up early tomorrow, so we'll get through this quickly. Right, yeah, after only doing 2 of these sets like this, I'm feeling so much more in my quads, and yeah, I'd say majority in my quads than I have previously. So if you're someone that wants to focus a little bit more on your quads with these leg presses, definitely suggest keeping your heel attached or stuck to whatever we call this thing, this pad, throughout the whole movement. But yeah, one more set just like that, and then we'll move over to, I'm not sure what next. Maybe, yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll cut to whatever I decide to do next. Okay, hamstring time. I just done some, excuse me, I just done some calves. And I mentioned it plenty of times. I'm not going to show calves every week. It's pretty boring to watch. I just do 4 sets of calf raises, and that's pretty much it. Yeah, hamstrings now. 3 sets on this machine, and the focus here is really on getting slow but squeezed reps. I've found that ever since I've switched to that style, rather than, just going heavy as I can and just, cranking out as many reps as possible, I feel like doing it this way, you can get much more actual hamstring activation. And yeah, I've just noticed that it just is a little bit better for me personally. But anyway, yeah, 3 sets, like I say. Let's get to it. Right, very good set. And one thing I've been doing between sets, hold on, making the most out of my time. If you're someone who has shoulder pains, I promise you, this exercise here is legendary. Get a D handle and start doing these external rotations. Super lightweight, but just get in as many reps as you can. Don't even like push these sets till failure. Push them until like you feel satisfied enough that you know you've definitely worked those rotator cuffs. But yeah, honestly, after only doing these for after only doing these for a little bit, along with another exercise which I'll show soon, yeah, I feel like my shoulder pain has gone down a lot. So yeah, I'm getting these sets in pretty much as often as I can, not even only on leg days, just any days in general. If I can just get a couple of sets of those in, then yeah, I feel like they're definitely helpful. Anyways, hamstrings, let's finish off, and then just some quads and adductors, and we can call it a day. Okay, time for quads. What I'm going to be doing with quads is supersetting these with adductors. Once again, just being time efficient. You know, adductors doesn't take too much out of you. They're more of just an activation-based exercise rather than really pushing them sets till failure. But yeah, leg extensions. What I've done, I think probably like 2 months ago, I saw it was a Jeff Nippard video, and it was saying to put the backrest as far back as you can so that you get the biggest stretch in your quads. And I'll be honest, since then, I've definitely noticed my quads grow. But whether that's down to just general leg days and yeah, me bulking up and my legs are getting bigger, or if it also is partly down to doing it this way. But one thing I can say for sure is that it does work. So that's something I would definitely recommend for you guys to try out yourself. You are going to have to go lighter on the weights. However, I feel like it's worth it. Similar with the hamstrings, we're going to go for squeeze-based sets, trying to hold the movement at the top just for a really small amount of time. But yeah, that way you get the full squeeze in your quads. Yeah, 3 sets, and we're going to make the third set a rest pause one. First 2 regular ones, but yeah, we'll just get to it. I wanted to say hi because I miss you. I miss you too, baby. How could you hug? Oh, right, very good set. Let's hop on the hip adductor machine and make this a little superset. Okay, super underrated exercise. This should be in everyone's leg days. Get some hip adductors in. Yeah, like I say, I like to just superset them on my quads. They aren't too high intensity. I can actually speak whilst I do these. But yeah, really focus on just getting that squeeze. And it is a very good exercise. If you want to improve your squat, for example, and you don't do these, I definitely recommend throwing these in because yeah, they will give you extra strength, that's for sure. But yeah, like I say, probably just going to do the 3 sets today, supersetted after those quads, and that will be that. So for you guys, I'll see you back in the car. For me, I'm going to finish off here and do a little bit of cardio. Yeah. And then yeah, we can call it a day. Right, back in the car. after what was a very good leg day, honestly. Yeah, it just goes to show you don't need to be squatting for every single leg day for it to be effective. And in fact, I actually think you're better off not doing squatting every leg day. That might be a little bit of a controversial statement, but I feel like if you do every other one, you can really go heavy, and yeah, that way your legs have fully had enough time to recover than if you were to do them every single leg day. But that's open for interpretation, and that's of course down to you. If you like to squat every leg day, go for it. Nothing against that. Just me personally, I like to do them every other leg day. And yeah, like I say, a very good leg day regardless. One thing I am noticing slowly, my calves are getting there, right? And yeah, the reason why I like to do calves early in my workouts sometimes is because typically calves are sort of like brushed aside, do them at the very end of your leg day, whatnot. And there's nothing wrong with that. However, I feel like by the time you've finished all of the other exercises, your legs are exhausted. All you really want to do is just sit down and go home. Last thing you want to be doing is cranking out sets of calves. And so, if you think about it, in comparison to any other day, let's say if it's a chest day and you do, I don't know, your pec flies always at the very end, I do think that there is some benefit, to switching up the order, doing them a little bit earlier in the workout. So why would it, change for calves? I feel like there's definitely a benefit of doing them earlier whilst you're fresher, especially if you want to focus on growing your calves. And that is something that I've particularly been interested in, because yeah, my calf genetics are not great. However, I have definitely noticed that they are getting bigger, and yeah, um I'll put that down to just putting in a lot of effort into my calf sets, because yeah, ultimately if I'm leaving reps in the tank for my calves, then I am leaving gains on the table. So yeah, treat your calves as they are any other exercise. And I was in the gym and I thought of the worst where's the bike gone? Oh, he's there. And I thought of the worst sort of, what is the word? I can't remember the word that I'm thinking of, but imagine your calves are quite literally like baby cows, right? This might sound so dumb, but bear with me, right? Imagine they are baby calves, and for them to grow, they need their milk and whatever they eat. I actually don't know what cows eat when they're little, but I'd imagine milk, right? For them to grow and get bigger. If they don't get any milk, then they're just gonna stay the same and eventually die, right? Obviously, not to the same extent that your calves will die, but if you don't give them that work, if you don't give them that effort, then they're just gonna stay the same, right? And I don't know about you guys, but I definitely want bigger calves, and for that reason, yeah, I like to sometimes put them earlier in my workout so that I know I am definitely pushing my calf sets to failure, and I'm putting the right amount of energy that should be put in for those sets. But yeah, I don't know, this would be a calf talk, but that's what it's turned out to be. That's all for me today. I've got some more calories to get in, like always. And oh yeah, let me know, by the way, if you like the title of the new series, Road to 90 kg. And that is bodyweight, of course, because yeah, I don't know what else to say really, and I don't really have like a goal that I'm pushing towards now for any particular lift. So for now, it's just focusing on the bulk. That is pretty much it. So I thought that is pretty suitable to name it that. But like I say, that's all I've got today. I'm going to get those calories in, and that is all. So tomorrow should be a chest and shoulder day. It may be a very late one, because I've got work in the evening and it's dependent on what time that finishes. If that finishes too late, it could just be a rest day. However, I have a feeling that I should be fine and I should be able to get a workout in regardless. But that is for tomorrow. That will be chest and shoulders. So that's all I've got for today. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you for what could be that chest and shoulder day tomorrow.